back here in the studio drinking my coffee from Mountain Grind Coffee right here at Cooper Creek Square downstairs. And a big thanks to the Granby Chamber of Commerce, the heart of something grand. It's an incredible location. They are minutes away from the Rocky Mountain National Park, the Winter Park Ski Resort. They have 2 golf courses and a ski resort in Granby, as well as a lot of shops and restaurants. So it's a beautiful location right in the center of Grand County. Hanging out with Josh and John with Colorado Health Links. And we're talking, I mean, there's free money on the table, guys, and I'm listening.
Not literally.
Yeah, right. Get some on there, but yeah. So it sounds too good to be true, and but this is a nonprofit. This isn't a company gimmick. It's not Chase Visa trying to get me to sign up and run a credit card debt here. What's going on, and what might motivate some of our viewers here, because we have a lot of small businesses, and especially some probably watching.
We haven't started the HealthLinks line of credit yet, but we may.
Right.
So it's really simple. A small business might be asking themselves, whether it's a human resource person, CEO, owner, or just a worker who's engaged in health. How do I engage my business? How do I do this? How do I get access to this money? Right? Simple. You go on healthlinkcertified.org, you click on certification, and you fill out the assessment. Once you do that, you get connected with John for advising. You get access to the Kickstart funds. You get access to the money. And you know what? If you're a little bit confused by that process, it's okay. I mean, sometimes it's a little cumbersome filling out an online assessment. Call John, email John. Yeah. That's what he's here. He's our local guy.
I know the biggest motivator for our small businesses, and we can talk to John a little more about some of the challenges you've seen from big business to small business, but I mean, a lot of the small business owners, they work their tails off. They work 60, 80 hours a week. Do I really want to sit down and mess around online on another website? So I guess we got John's number. What are some motivators that we can get those guys to say, I will take the time?
Just as an example, I've known Grand County Rural Health Network for years. And so I called and talked to Jen Fanning, who heads that up. And we met. She hadn't filled out the assessment yet, but she's very interested and she knew about this program. So we went out and got together about a week ago and talked about the program, talked about what it took to sign up for it. So they are signing up, they're doing the assessment. And as a result of that, I'll go out and we'll meet again. We'll spend an hour, hour and a half kind of going over that assessment, what would work for them. And then they will have access to these dollars that Josh was talking about. The thing I want to say that I think is really important is not just that initial money that's available, but there's a deadline of October 7th for applying for additional funding of $1,000. So there's a total of $2,000 that could be on the table, and I think that's really important.
It's worth your time to just make the call.
When was the last time that somebody said, "Listen, if you take 30 minutes to a half an hour, half an hour to an hour of your time to do a little bit of work, I'm going to give you $2,000 or I'm going to give you $1,000." When was the last time you heard that?
Yeah, running drugs across the border, maybe. Or something. Exactly. No, I'm just kidding. In my head, that's what I'm thinking.
No, I know, but I mean that's what it is. It's so difficult to motivate people to take action.
Yeah.
But the first step is once you do a little, we're willing to put some skin in the game.
We're willing too good to be true mindset too, which I think we've covered that. If you're not calling in, or if you're living a healthy work style or working a healthy lifestyle, whatever. Yeah. Where I'm getting at here is if you're healthy, you're not getting workman comp claims. So Pinnacle's happy. Your boss is happy because you're showing up to work. Your coworkers are happy because they're not overburdened with covering your work while they're healthy and you're not. So everybody wins when you're healthy, and that's the whole purpose here is that it goes all the way up the ladder that everyone benefits when workers are in a healthy situation.
And I think small employers know that it's a bigger issue for them, the health of their employees, than it is for a big employer who has people who can back them up. So if you're a group of 7 and someone's out with diabetes and they haven't been treating their diabetes properly, you lose 1/7 of your workforce, and it's hard to make that up. So I think it's really important. It's most important to get to the small employer because that's, I think, where you make the biggest gains.
Yeah,
you can have the biggest
and they experience the biggest losses when an employee goes down. Exactly. And so is this assessment, is this a massive pain, or what are we talking here? Is this a day of our time, or what are we kind of looking at to do the assessment?
We're assessing 6 different things. We're assessing organizational supports. We're assessing what kind of workplace assessments you're doing. We're assessing, which is in the book.
It's all in the book. Is there a PDF on the website?
PDF on the website. Okay. But here's the thing. People who invest nothing get nothing, right? And so we're saying it'll take you 30 minutes to an hour max. And if you invest that little bit of time, And if it's a little bit
30 minutes to
painful,
an hour, that's your lunch break. Eat your sandwich and poke around on here, whatever it might be. It's not your whole day. You don't need to put off the foundation pouring or anything to check this out.
Yeah, absolutely. And our call to action is like, if there's a barrier for you to doing it, give John a call. He'll walk you through it. He'll help you with it. He'll do it. If there's not a barrier, then we should see a whole flood of assessments coming in after this because, well, this money's not going to exist forever. There are limited funds, and if we don't, if they run out or we don't use them, then they might not be available in the future. And we'd rather give it all to Grand County if we can. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a no-brainer. And you put an hour of your time into this or a half hour, and the return you're going to get on that investment is going to be
And one of the
tenfold.
beautiful things about this funding is it's not a prescriptive kind of program. I remember when I worked in the wellness field, you'd go out and you oftentimes were writing a script for what a company ought to be doing, And that doesn't work because one size fits all doesn't work in this field. Every employer has different needs. And the beauty of it is you get to choose exactly what you want to do with the money. There's not someone hovering over saying, well, I don't think that'll work, but how about this? That money, if it's something related to health and it's something you value, then let's do it.
Let's do it.
And I think that's a huge jump from my experience in the field over.
And I can't speak to all parts of the state, but I mean, we all live in this town. I mean, everyone that's moved here, rarely do you hear someone that's born and raised here, but if you do, everyone is here to be outside and enjoy so many activities that health is such an important thing. And if you've got a bad back or a bad this from work, it's like, what a disappointment. That's the whole reason we're here in the first place. And so there's just, from the employers, they just don't know why anyone wouldn't give you a call, John. Your phone should be inaccessible at this point, your mailbox full, So.
And I gave him my cell phone number.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, I hope that happens. I really do hope that happens because I think it would be outstanding to have that kind of an issue because it's a wonderful program. I've been at this for 30 years of my life, and I've never quite seen anything like this for the small employer. It takes away the barriers of not having the knowledge, not having the initiative to move forward, not having the money. It kind of puts that all aside and says, okay, let's at least see what we can do. What can you do?
And having this in a small town, I mean, just what an awesome opportunity for our small business owners in our small town to have such a great service.
Well,
and so thanks, guys, for all you're
and
doing.
By the way, I just want to say, too, because you mentioned the Chamber of Commerce, and I'd met with the Winter Park Fraser Chamber of Commerce just last week, and they're very interested in this, and they're going to be doing a blast to all of their members.
And we have
So
an
we're very,
incredible
very
chamber and a great support
They're
for the chamber
wonderful.
through our business owners, so it's going to be great exposure for you. So check out John Riddell. He's our local knowledge guy here, and he will walk you through any questions you have. Once again, Health Links, I don't know why I can't remember the third word.
Certified.
HealthLinksCertified.org. Check these guys out, and thanks so much for coming on the show, guys.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you again, hopefully in 6 months to a year, John, and we can talk more about what's developed within our community here.
That would be cool.
So we'll look forward to
maybe
it.
get some of the businesses on the show too.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah, get some testimonials going and hopefully some cash stories out there.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
absolutely.
Free money. Check these guys out. It's a no-brainer. Get an assessment and take it from there. Once again, John and Josh, we'll be back.